So here I'm going to explain the 1, the 2, and the 3, the 4, and the 5th question. So the first thing I did was to see the characteristic of the basic function that they asked us to do after searching for features analyzing detail the links provide. To find the variable, you have to identify a sentence that determines the specific limit of a set of numbers. That's why I decided to choose the sentence that I put in the work. Then identify a tabular. I think it was the easiest one because of the way the information is presented. I just looked for a table with relevant information and looked at the graph that was generated. So another type of graph was the symbolic one. This was the easiest one. No, no. This was the most complicated one because of the way the statements are presented. But by identifying the correct symbols, I was able to analyze the information. So graphic was relatively simple as the information was already represented. We only need to analyze the shape and its axis. So when I read the links, God, I realized that the charts serve as the way of supporting better an explanation to the ones who read it and to the ones who made it. This is why graphs are usually presented as an introduction and a conclusion to the information. So finally, to do a good analysis of the graph and their function, it was necessary to identify the independent and dependent variable. In addition, it was necessary to identify the range and the domain of the graphs. The independent variable is the one that is set and does not undergo for any changes, and the dependent it was the one that changed a lot. So the independent variable was displayed as a x-axis, and the dependent was the y-axis. To conclude, the domain where all the x values included in the functions to identify it depends whether the information should be directly and if not deduced from the graph as the range. They were all the values included in the information.
Hello, Antonio Jimenez here. My job in the project of math was, as provided, the information and the functions of the graphs that are shown in the websites. For the first website, I investigated the countries and the coal reserves we had. I mainly focused on Mexico because this is where we're living, and I think we would be more interested if we searched up on all that, and that's what I did with all the websites. So we know that in the first website, the coal research, we are in top 28. We have 0.1% of the world share. So yeah, on the second slide, I investigated on the other types of proven gas resources. We know that we are high up there, but we are not in the top lead. We are somewhere between the 50s and the 40s, but we share a point 0.5. On the third websites, we had people with no safe water. I in this one I used another country to compare with our country. We are in top no, in top 27, and there's the other country that I'm comparing with is called the Papua New Guinea. They are two above us, and you can see that in the share of population they have a 6%, but in ours we have a 3.9.
Well, hi, my name is Alex, and today I will explain my part in the key activity of math. Well, I do three things as like all my teammates. What I do was take the links of the videos that of the files that they collect, and I need to resume them in if the graph shows maximum or minimum, if they are decreasing or increasing, or discrete or continuous. Uh, that was partially all. I also do the file as a newspaper, and I think that it's very good. I hope you teacher like him, like the Google Drive newspaper. Thank you.